How you doing? I'm Thomas the Tank Engine. Welcome to the Dominic Iadanza channel, and I would also like to welcome you to the 2020 Annual Iadanza Academy Awards. What? You didn't think we're going to do the Iadanza Academy Awards? Of course we're going to do the Iadanza Academy Awards. It's just going to be a little bit different. You see, every history has shown us that every great society has any theater and film at its core. Theaters and films has always and will always survive and will never die. You see, theaters and films are amazing. Theaters and films are outstanding. And of course, theaters and films are very constant from our home in the island of Sodor to your homes anywhere. We are about to cast a light on the great artists and stories that have shaped our lives. Are you ready? Let's do this. Let me tell you one thing, that even though that we're stuck in a pandemic, Dominic Iadanza still did some shows. And right now, his 3 current theaters that he'll be doing more shows are Star Playhouse, Gateway's Haunted Playhouse, and CK Productions. Oh, yeah, right. You think CK is over just because it closed its doors at the other place? No, it does not mean that. So Dominic Iadanza's best friend and artistic director, Ethan Valzari, says that he and the company are not going anywhere. They're just doing other things beyond community theater. So stop being such haters and see what cool stuff is coming up. Speaking of which, Dominic Iadanza is working on his first original project for CK Theatricals that you all don't want to miss. It's called The Holiday Dude. Dominic and Ethan are beyond excited to work on Dom's first original project that has never been made before. And yes, Dom is looking forward to bring this project to life before your very eyes. All members of CK Productions, Star Playhouse, and Gateway Playhouse, if you're watching this video, which I bet you are, Dominic Iadanza is extremely excited to give you all a big hug right after the pandemic is over. Okay, enough of this chit-chat. Let's honor some of the Iadanza stories that changed the Iadanza family's lives this year. Beginning with the nominations for Best Original Shows, Best Revival Shows, Best Tenure Shows, and Best 15-Year Shows.
And the nominee and Oscar for Best Original Show is Look Me in the Eye. And the nominees for Best Revival Shows are Gateway's Haunted Playhouse, Gateway's Not So Scary Haunted Playhouse, Disney's Aladdin, and the Oscar goes to Disney's Aladdin. The nominees for Best 10-Year Shows are Bus Stop, High School Musical 2, Disney's Pinocchio, Sweet Charity, The Wizard of Oz, and the Oscar goes to The Wizard of Oz. And the nominees for Best 15-Year Shows are Little Shop of Horrors, A Christmas Carol, and the Oscar goes to Little Shop of Horrors.
Let me tell you something. Everybody always asks me, what was it like to have your own TV series, as well as your own YouTube series? What were you thinking? Well, I'll tell you this. During filming, I was performing my TV series with all my friends on Sodor, as well as being part of YouTube. Then, I always catch her eyes. The eyes of my beautiful girlfriend, Rosie. During film shoot, I was watching her perform her thing, and I realized I wouldn't be on that stage or on that screen without my friends, especially her. It was her love, it was her support, it was her kindness, and her character to believe in me enough to do this. And yes, Rosie is the reasons why I get to chugga up these stairs and live in that wonderful moment that night. Here are the nominees for this year's 2020 actors.
And the nominees are, for this year's Best Leading Actors are Glenn J. Beck, Michael J. Marzliano, Anthony Nagel, Albert Peterson, and the Oscar goes to Michael J. Marziliano. And the nominees for Best Tenure Leading Actors are Ryan Kavanagh, Ryan Diabertis, Stephen Drew, Dylan Finder, Dylan Gafarian, and the Oscar goes to Ryan Kavanagh as the Scarecrow in The Wizard of Oz. And the nominees for Best 15-Year Leading Actors are Dominic Iadanza, Emery Kelly, Jeffrey Zanzel, and the Oscar goes to Dominic Iadanza as Audrey 2 in Little Shop of Horrors. The nominees for this year's Best Leading Actresses are Julia D., Skylar Green, Ashley Iadanza, Emily S., and the Oscar goes to Skylar Green as Wendy Darling in Gateway's Not-So-Scary Haunted Playhouse. The nominees for Best Tenure Leading Actresses are Olivia Herrera, Cindy Labuda, Sarah Minto, Heather Wadler, Rachel Wadler, and the Oscar goes to Sarah Minto as Dorothy Gale in The Wizard of Oz. And the nominees for Best 15-Year Leading Actresses are Victoria Andronic, Ashley Iadanza, Veronica Kelly, Meg Lyon, Gabby Medek, and the Oscar goes to Meg Lyon as Ellie Greenwich in Leader of the Pack. The nominees for this year's Best Supporting Actors are Joe Baronez, Dominic Iadanza, Michael J. Marziliano, and the Oscar goes to Joe Baronez as the genie in Aladdin. The nominees for Best 10-Year Supporting Actors are Tyler A. Boyle, Ryan Faziola, Justin Harris, Matt Kadam, Zachary Zane, and the Oscar goes to Justin Harris as the Cowardly Lion in The Wizard of Oz. And the two nominees for Best 15-Year Supporting Actors are James Collins and Doug Quatrock. And the Oscar goes to Doug Quatrock as Bob Cratchit in A Christmas Carol. The two winners for this year's Best Supporting Actresses are Hannah C. as Iago in Aladdin, and Skylar Green as a cast member in Gateway's Haunted Playhouse. The nominees for Best 10-Year Supporting Actresses are Katie Apostolico, Morgiana McDevitt, Caitlin Onufray, Jody Saladino, Alexis Tedesco, and the Oscar goes to Caitlin Onufray as Cherie in Bus Stop. The two nominees for Best 15-Year Supporting Actresses are Brianna Paridi and Tracy Lynn O'Connor. And the Oscar goes to Tracy Lynn O'Connor as the Ghost of Christmas Past in A Christmas Carol. The nominees for this year's Best Ensemble are Aladdin, Gateway's Haunted Playhouse, Gateway's Not-So-Scary Haunted Playhouse, And the Oscar goes to Gateway's Haunted Playhouse. The nominees for Best Tenure Ensemble are High School Musical 2, Pinocchio, Sweet Charity, The Wizard of Oz. And the Oscar goes to Pinocchio. And the nominees for Best 15-Year Ensemble are A Christmas Carol, Leader of the Pack, Little Shop of Horrors. And the Oscar goes to A Christmas Carol.
You know, guys, there is always someone that can direct you on the great path you're supposed to be on. But as for me, Sir Topham Hatt did tell Gordon why he should not be angry or jealous at Spencer, just because he's popular and keeps showing off on how amazing he is, making me and the other engines believe we're not special, and says it's out with the old and in with the new. Yeah, he can make a great psychologist, but you know what? So can I. And Sir Topham Hatt said that we are special. There is completely nothing wrong being good engines in our own rights. You see, old doesn't always mean bad, and new doesn't always mean better. And if you really think about it, both of them work just as good, no matter the difference. And being kind and caring is a lot better than being popular, and you should all be proud that you have both of those qualities. That's the advice of what Sir Topham Hatt gave Gordon, and I'm giving you these advices to all of you now, and I hope you understand what I meant. Here are some more nominees, beginning with the Best 2020 Direction.
And the nominees for this year's Best Director are Michael Baker, Jessica, Anthony Panarello, Jeffrey Zanzel. And the Oscar goes to Jeffrey Zanzel, director of Look Me in the Eye. And the nominees for Best Tenured Directors are Josh Beilig, Kenneth Dobbins, Chad M. McMillan, Jeffrey Zanzel, Bill Sheenan. And the Oscar goes to Josh Beilig, director of The Wizard of Oz. And the winners for Best 15-Year Directors are Jeffrey Zanzel, director of A Christmas Carol, and Jerry Zaks, director of Little Shop of Horrors. The winners for this year's Best Choreographers are Anthony Panarello and Jessica, choreographers of Aladdin. The nominees for Best 10-Year Choreographers are Elizabeth Kashovicki, Kristen DeLigo, Sari Feldman, Jean Sabera, Alexis Tedesco. And the Oscar goes to Kristen DeLigo, choreographer of The Wizard of Oz and Disney's Pinocchio. And the winner for Best 15-Year Choreographer is Kathleen Marshall, choreographer of Little Shop of Horrors. The two winners of this year's Best Music Directors are Doug Quatrock, music director of Look Me in the Eye, Anthony Panarello, music director of Aladdin. The nominees for Best 10-Year Music Directors are Vincent Donadio, Robin Macy, Kevin F. Story, Matt Sirico. And the Oscar goes to Matt Sirico, music director of Disney's Pinocchio. The two nominees for Best 15-Year Music Directors are Ryan Faziola and Kevin F. Story. And the Oscar goes to Kevin F. Story, music director of A Christmas Carol.
Congratulations to all the nominees for putting every show together this 2020. And of course, congratulations to all the nominees for the past 10 years as well as the past 15 years for putting every show together. But hold on, we're not done yet. We got one more nominees before we start our new year. Here are the nominees for Best Films.
And the nominees for Best Animated Films are The Bird, The Thomas Club, The Julius Caesar Project, Sodor's Funniest Home Videos, Spencer the Show-Off, and the Oscar goes to Spencer the Show-Off by Madeline Farms.
Congratulations to all the nominees for putting every show and film together for the whole Iadanza family. None of us made the Academy Awards of our own, and we can't wait for the new year to come. And don't worry, Broadway will be back, and Dominic Iadanza will be doing more shows. And you know what? It will be worth the wait. And that's a wrap for this year's Iadanza Academy Awards. And don't forget to be our guest to subscribe to Dominic Iadanza, Christian Iadanza, Corey Iadanza, Madeline Farms, Trackmania Matt, Andrew Brooking, Mike Shapiro, Luke Rosario, Abby Rose, Luke McNair, Gabby Medak, Matt Mendoza, Anthony Michaels, Dad Guy Miller, Sarah Minto, Brooke Miranda, Glenn Robacker, Samantha Schwartz, Brian Seeley, Cordelia Commando, Gina Morgigno, Lucky Us, Stephanie Delicave, Dan Sinate, Emery Kelly, Veronica Kelly, Awesome Channel, People Blast 556677, Liza Aquilino, Travis Rogowski, Erin Rosalise, Rob Eberly, Ethan Belzari, CK Productions, Jenna Cavalier, Brett Chisaver, Jimmy Plato, Kayla Pyle, Tommy Ranieri, Emily Collier, Michael Recchia, Darcy Lynn, and of course, the Crosbys. And more episodes of me and videos of Dom's upcoming shows will be here soon. Stay safe, stay healthy, but most important of all, have a very happy new year. Bye!